like the lighting in here. This is kind of cool. This nice purple glow. I've never actually explored these because I've always been afraid of the stingers. I didn't realize you could get pretty close to them without actually touching them and not get hurt. There's not much in there but creature eggs, though. A little bit of biodiversity that I haven't run into yet. So you might have seen it, I'm not sure, but there is a bit of wreck out here, if I remember right. This goes very deep. But I'm also pretty sure somewhere around here we're going to find some engine. At least you used to be able to. We're going to find some engine blueprints. Or engine fragments that we can take advantage of. Random propulsion cannon. There's another creature egg. I remember there used to be engine fragments down here. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting a little nervous. Like, I have no doubt we'll be finding depth, but I'd hate to run into something. I think I went down here once. Yeah, we're deeper than we've been yet. 500 meters. It's okay. It's just these guys. Fairly undangerous. If I remember right, there are some thermal vents around. Sorry. Man, they're angry. There's so many of them, too. Yeah, I think there's some thermal vents around. Or at least there used to be, maybe. Maybe not anymore. There are a lot of these guys down here. Oh, yeah, here's one. Oh, and that temperature's climbing. There's our thermal vents. See, the problem is anywhere that there's, like, thermal vents, which would be great for power, is also near places where there's angry fish. Oh, and I'm losing a lot of durability. Let's get out of here. We do not... I mean, 500 meters down, I do not want to have this submarine break. Especially with all my upgrades. I don't know if you lose them or if they just, like, drop in the nearby area. I think I'm reasonably far enough away from most things. Let's repair really quick. You gotta keep an eye on that. They will bang you up quite a bit. Sorry, my nervousness is showing. Okay. So I could definitely make some good thermal power down here, but not a whole lot else. This is like a big bowl. And I don't see any blueprints down here. Wait, where are you? There's another propulsion cannon-y thing. $52 degrees. I don't think that actually hurts. The blast. It's like proximity based. I gotta keep in mind that's Celsius, so that's like what? Something like 150, 200 degrees Fahrenheit? Wait, no, that's not. Because 100 degrees Celsius is the boiling point of water, and that's like 200 something degrees Fahrenheit. Because I'm an idiot and I don't know what that is actually. I'm going to look it up because I'm curious now. Yeah, that's 125 degrees Fahrenheit. That's not that hot. Okay. I mean, it's hotter than, like, would be comfortable for a person. But for an industrial, like, power generation application, that's not that hot. Alright. Let's get up here. They used to have blueprints all over this area. I guess they kind of cut back on that a bit. I've noticed, you know, them balancing out stuff. Yeah, there's only, like, propulsion cannons and stuff. But I have noticed them kind of balancing it out a bit. There's a wreck right over there. They really do put these guys everywhere, these reefbacks. They used to only really be concentrated in the blood kelp areas. But I'm seeing them in a lot more areas now. Ah, there's an engine fragment. Oh, if we're lucky, we might find a second one. Sorry, I'm worried about getting caught by things.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Yeah, there's one right there. Stasis rifle. I might break out the stasis rifle for some personal-based exploration, you know? I think that's an engine piece. I think we might have our stasis, or, sorry. We might have our whole thing done here. There we go. So I should be relatively safe in here now. See that fish? He's stuck.
New blueprint acquired.
Yeah, he's stuck too. Look at that guy. This is actually really good if you want to, like... If I get too close, by the way, he will hurt me. But, if you want to get a good scan on something kind of dangerous, it's a pretty good option. You can see him kind of getting stuck and unstuck as it gets smaller there. Angry fish. Okay. Let's see. So there's a door right there. That's a pretty good method to get in. Got drill arm. So I want to research. Got another blueprint thingy. I think this area is relatively safe. I mean, aside from the angry fish, there's not too much going on. Creature decoy.
New blueprint acquired.
Drill arm.
New blueprint acquired.
Scoot this a bit closer to the door in case I have to make an emergency air trip. If I'm not mistaken, I think there might be some prawn suit pieces in here. Alright. Oh yeah, and I didn't really get a good look, but let's take a look. Yeah, I've got my Cyclops done with. Lubricant's easy, enameled glass, we've got plenty of stuff to make. Plasteel ingot's going to require me to get a bit of more titanium, but that's not bad. Advanced wiring kit, probably have most of what I need. And we've got tons of lead, so we can make that pretty quick. It's a power cell charger. Ooh, another blueprint thingy. Swim charge fins, that's what I was looking for. So,
New blueprint acquired.
Swim charge fins are less useful than they used to be. Before they were invaluable. Now they're still pretty useful, but not as, like, indispensable as they used to be. So, as I've said a few times before, back before the game had the ability to have power cell chargers and battery chargers, they were all finite.
Seek fluid intake.
We'll drink something in a minute, but one way you could get around that was swim charge fins. Swim charge fins were cool because they generate electricity as you swim.
Vital signs stabilizing.
And so, for most of your handheld devices,
PRAWN Safety Instructions Appendix A14. Don't climb on or get off equipment while it's moving.
for most of the equipment, you could hold it in your hand and slowly charge it. It's pretty indispensable to not having to jam a million batteries into stuff you wanted to use it a lot. Like, let's say, the stasis rifle. That gets played around with a lot. And so it feels kind of limiting if you want to play around with it, that you've got to keep, like, a big supply of batteries on you. It's kind of aggravating. But now that you can charge them a lot easier, it's a lot less limiting, and with the solar, or with the charge fins, it was less limiting too. I think this might get us a bigger chunk of research. I think it did, yeah. Maybe. Maybe not. Let me go... Well, let's cut through this really quick, then I'm going to go back and get some air. So the solar charge fin, or the swim charge fins were indispensable to keeping your devices charged up without chewing through batteries. They're still relatively useful. It allows you to get more power when you don't have any kind of charging equipment, but now they're now it's not quite as indispensable. Let's just say that. Let's get some air really quick. We'll keep going. That is my speech done with. Sorry. It didn't obviously work for everything. Like, so the Sea Glide couldn't get, like, charged back because you have to have the item in your hand to charge it. And the Sea Glide would obviously use power faster than it could charge that way. But I think you got, like, some kind of low speed, like, what am I trying to say? Bonus? Like, speed bonus from having a depleted battery in your Sea Glide, but having that out. Wish I could rip the battery out of there. I want that battery. So it's still useful in the Sea Glide, though not as... You couldn't, like, charge it up. Sorry, drinking some water. Let's see. Plenty of opportunities to get that power cell. Why is there a prawn suit? Grappling arm. Did I already learn that one? Ah, I did now.
New blueprint acquired.
That's actually one of my favorite attachments, is that grappling upgrade. We're going to play around with that a lot when I get it. I have a feeling this is a door to the outside. No, not yet. Almost, though. First aid kit. Not entirely useful. But that is a door to the outside. Alright. Yeah, and you get to go around this whole thing. That's actually kind of cool. Alright, well, since we got that, this over here, I'm pretty sure is in a not super safe area. So we are going to make a slight change of plans, since I have the ability now to make what I want to make. And we're gonna make our big submarine. And, well, the world's our oyster at that point. Maybe I'll show you off the submarine. And then I will Maybe we'll go explore that next. Or maybe we'll explore the proposed gassy habitat. I'm sure they've already got a habitat set up there that they had to abandon at some point. Anyway, I'll see you back at the base because that is going to be a little bit of a trek. Alright, so... first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to make... I think I've got everything I need. Power cell charger. Yeah, we got to find a good spot to stick it. Love it if I could stick it like right there, but it may not work for us. Maybe we'll just stick it in the hallway. I guess. I kind of want them all in one room, but we can stick it in this little hallway. So you can put 2 power cells in this, and it'll charge them. Easy enough, I think. Now, let's take a look at our blueprint to make the Cyclops. We need 3 plasteel ingots, 3 enameled glass. So, I think we've got enough for all of that, definitely. I need to make 1 more. Right, so 1 more titanium ingot. I think this is actually easier than it used to be. I remember it being like 5 plasteel ingots, now it's only 3. So, oh, we need a lot of lithium for plasteel. Well, good news is I think we do have a lot. Second plasteel. Third plasteel. Lots of crafting. We'll make some enameled glass. I think you needed like 5 enameled glass before too. I remember that being kind of a big problem until I learned that good technique for how to get all those stalker teeth easily. Alright. Got that. We need lubricant, advanced wiring kit, and lead. It's not a lot to make this thing, especially considering how big it is. It's 1 lead, 2 lead, put lithium away, 3 lead. We need an advanced wiring kit, which I think requires us to make a computer chip, which I don't have the resources for. We need some copper. Which I think we might need to get... No, we've got copper. We need some gold. I need some more silver, too. I think I used up all my silver. That's a little unfortunate. Got copper wire. So I need some table coral. I thought I picked up some silver. Maybe I used it, though. No, we've got our silver. We're good on that. But I still do need the table coral, and I don't think there's any over here. Which means I'll have to go back to the safe shallows. Then we can get that advanced wiring kit done easily enough. Let me double check, is there anything else I need? And a lubricant. Do we need 1 or 2 to make lubricant? Just 1. This is why I like having creepvine outside. You need a decent chunk of lubricant, and creepvine clusters are kind of big, so I hate carrying them around. So it's nice to have them close to base where you can make stuff with them easily enough. So I'm going to be right back. I'm going to go grab that stuff I need, and then we'll be back and we'll make it. Yeah, I didn't expect this to go as smoothly as it did, so see you guys in a bit. Alright, so welcome back. I went and actually built the pieces that I needed at the life pod fabricator, and we gotta go to our mobile vehicle bay up here. This may not be in a good direction. We actually need to redeploy this. Oh, no, it's facing that way. Okay, let's get our submarine out of the way. This is a rather large thing. You need a decent chunk of water below this to make. We've got way more than enough, but I mean, you couldn't do it in the safe shallows. Not very well.
New blueprint acquired. Be advised, the Cyclops is designed to be operated by a 3-person crew. Only experienced helmspeople should attempt to pilot this vehicle solo.
Yeah, let me just call up my friends and have them join me. This submarine right here is kind of why I get a little bit sad that it's not multiplayer. I get all the things... okay. I get all the reasons why they don't want to make it multiplayer, mostly due to the time that they would have to sink into it to make it happen. And it wasn't quite their vision for how the game was anyway. But it still makes me a little bit sad, because that would be so fun to pilot with friends, you know? Creature decoy. Requires a wiring kit to make, which is a bit... I wouldn't like to put 2 silver into something that's, like, temporary, you know? Oh, never did this one, I think.
The way I see it, no one's to blame here.
He gave me the wrong coordinates.
She didn't give me clear instruction. Okay, I'll rephrase. You've been equally incompetent. Now, we've lost time, but we're closer to the planet. So if the Degassi's out there, the scans should pick it up.
Why are we even helping the Mongolians? They're the competition.
Enjoy your shore leave on Sanjay Station? Like having fuel in the tanks? Thank the Mongolians. We run the scans, we show them we didn't find anything, and we say thanks for the free dinner. Clear? Sir, there's something odd on the surface scan here. Turn that recorder off.
Can't have anyone listening in on this later. No practical applications discovered. Bone shark. He's pretty high up on the threat level. A large and powerful predator that lives in small groups and fiercely defends its hunting grounds. He's got large eyeballs. May be distracted by light sources. Interesting. Sorry, you got momentarily distracted. Anyway, this is our submarine. Cyclops. And I'm curious if they changed anything on it versus what I'm familiar with. It's a very large submarine. So, we're going to get out really quick and board it, and I'll give you the tour.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
It comes with its own doors, which I thought worked. That one does. Maybe this one doesn't. Anyway, it comes with its own doors. It's got some storage lockers, which, as expected, they're not too big, but they do come with it, so that's kind of cool. Which, these, in normal operation of the submarine, with multiple people operating it, this would be for the crew, but this is all for me. This is... I'm not sure if the correct term is dry dock, or... This is where we can dock small submarines, including ours outside, which we will in a bit. This is kind of like a lower floor. I never understood this area, but it does look cool, but it doesn't serve much of a purpose down here. You don't really go down here, and you can't really stick much down here because there's... Yeah, I mean, you barely have any room to walk. A ladder to climb up. There are ladders on both sides of this, so you get it on the side. This is the engine. These are power cells, which I kind of have a slight feeling that there used to be power cells required in the actual building of the submarine, but that didn't require me to actually have any power cells. Decoy loading tube. Okay, so they've upgraded it a little. Comes with a fire extinguisher. Upgrade panel, which used to only have 4, now there's 6. That's actually kind of cool. Yeah, I like it. They moved the upgrade fabricators in here. Actually, they didn't have an upgrade fabricator before. I think the upgrade fabricator was an extension of a standard fabricator built in. Cyclops depth module, don't have that. Engine efficiency module. which might actually be kind of useful if you're taking this deep underground, which is kind of its intended purpose, or deep underwater, I should say. Can't make that yet, though. Cyclops shield generator also needs something that we can't make yet. It's kind of cool. Sonar upgrade. We'll want to make that for sure, because that was a cool upgrade for the Seamoth. Fire suppression system. Don't have any crystalline sulfur. I don't know where you get that. Decoy tube upgrade. The capacity of a Cyclops decoy loading tube. That shouldn't be too hard to make. Thermal reactor module. Don't have the stuff to make it, but definitely want to, I'd imagine. This is a little room. This is usually the room where I stick stuff at, because you have a bit of side room that you could place some stuff and still walk through. Additionally, I'll use a little bit of this area, but you can't use quite as much. And this is the bridge, which there's a ladder you can quickly get from down here up to the bridge quickly. It's kind of laggy. I think it's because we're near the land. Anyway, there's a lot more functions in here. Another fire extinguisher. There's a lot more functions in here than there used to be. This is actually quite cool. You get the health and a visual representation of the Cyclops. Holographic representation. This is, I guess, a basic sonar where we pilot from. It's kind of dark. We can edit the name. Let's see how many letters I get here. Well, we could type out the whole thing, but we'll leave it at that. We can customize colors. I'm not exactly sure I like the stock. Oh god, I thought I saw something huge. It's island. I don't know if I like the stock color. We may modify that a bit. We can toggle internal lighting. I think that'd be more for effect than anything, but it is kind of cool. Toggle external floodlights, which you can't see all too well right now, but turn them on and off. Get in here and start piloting. Engine offline. I like this display. They've clearly done a bit with it. So you see the health. The bottom is the amount of noise the Cyclops makes. We've got a compass built in. Pretty cool. So you power up the engine, tells you the depth. This can actually only go to 500 meters at the moment. So we are a little bit limited in how deep we can take this right now. Rig for silent running. Oh yeah, and you've got multiple cameras as well. So, and you can operate these while driving the submarine, by the way. So this gives you a pretty good opportunity to give yourself some idea of how large of a space you're taking up, in case you need to pilot through something small.
Engine powering up.
Alright. We're making a little bit of noise. Not too much.
Ahead slow.
And that lowers the amount of noise our engine makes.
Ahead flanked. Emergency speed.
That brings up our engine. That's just idle, I think. Yeah, when you're actually moving.
Vessel counterfeit. Excessive noise. Ahead standard.
That'll lower our running speed or running noise by quite a bit. This thing tell me if there's something next to me? The sonar? Does not appear like it is. Anyway, so even at low speed, you can see we're still making a bit of noise right here. This power is lasting a lot longer than I remember it being. Of course, then again, it used to give you a readout kind of like it does on your bases, where it gives you a number rather than a percentage, so maybe it's running normally.
Ahead flanked. Emergency speed.
Look at that. It moves faster. That's
Ahead
cool.
slow.
Anyway,
Rig for silent running.
when you do that, you see the engine can still be on. We're using very, very low noise. When we move, we do have a little bit of noise. And what this does, to my understanding, I think it uses more power, which it looks like it is. And you also move quite slow.
Ahead flagged.
Oh, no.
Emergency speed.
I see. So emergency speed, but silent running. Looks like it's chewing up quite a bit of power.
Ahead standard.
It's cool. I like it. I mean, I think it's actually quite neat. I haven't really messed with this much. It used to be anytime you clicked, I think it would honk. That's lighting. But now it looks like it only does it when you aim at the horn. Well, this is pretty cool. I like the upgrades they made. I like how the UI looks. It does look pretty nice.